It's New Year's Day in Irving, Texas. A terrified 17-year-old girl pleads for her life as she and her sister are being gunned down.
Oh my God.
After the bodies of Amina and Sarah Said are found riddled with bullets in an abandoned taxi, investigators launch an international manhunt for the missing driver, the girl's own father.
Who would think that their father would kill them?
I think it takes a pretty evil person to murder your two daughters.
He's a monster.
Amina leaves behind a broken-hearted boyfriend, Joseph Moreno, the real-life Romeo in this ill-fated love story.
We both felt like what we had was very real, and it was very much worth fighting for, and to her it was worth dying for.
Sadly, his Juliet, Amina Said, does die for it after her father, Yaser Abdel Said, learns about their forbidden romance.
It was hard, to say the least.
Joseph and Amina met in a martial arts class, and the young teens become inseparable for the next 4 years.
Because we used to write like little love notes to each other pretty much every day.
There's only one problem with their relationship. They have to keep it top secret. The Said sisters are caught in the crossfire between two cultures. Their mother, Patricia, Texas-born and raised, married their Egyptian father, Yaser, when she was 15 and he was 29. Now, Yaser is set on marrying off his daughters to much older men in his native Egypt, and he lays down the law: no American boyfriends.
She smiled to the customers.
She has to, part of her job.
She's in trouble.
It isn't just that Yaser is controlling, he's creepy.
Wow, look at his eyes. I put my eye on you.
I'm gonna get sick now.
Keeping his girls under surveillance at work, even at home, in the bedroom the girls share.
Very nice.
Get out! I'm erasing this tape.
No, you can't.
Yes, I will.
Are you drunk?
This is illegal. Do I videotape you when you're sleeping? Don't even think about it.
Sarah sleep with her pants. Good, that's for record, Ashen. People see how you sleep with your clothes.
Man!
Nice legs.
They told their grandmother, Patricia's mother, that Yaser had been messing with them. Had
And
been
by
touching them.
that you mean sexually?
Sexually abusing them, yes.
After the girls alleged their father raped them, their mother moved out. But then, says their great-aunt Jill, she went back. She always went back. And then, suddenly, curiously, the girls said they fabricated the whole story of abuse.
Yaser and her made the kids recant their story and say that it didn't happen to keep him out of jail.
It could be that they felt pressured or they were scared and didn't want to see that parent get in trouble.
Now Yaser was ruling the household in ways he saw fit. For his wife Patricia, it was pure hell.
He would take stuff from the dresser drawers and go pour it all out in the middle of the floor and then make me sit there and clean it all up. He cut me on my leg because I wasn't having intercourse with him. Yaser was not faithful. He had 6 affairs that I know of.
Yaser also had his wife pose for disturbing photos like this one, where he's holding a knife to her throat. Despite the abuse, Patricia would stay.
She'd leave him for a day or two. She'd think it was funny, like she was teaching him a lesson.
But it would escalate after Yaser finds a love note his daughter Amina had written to her secret boyfriend, Joseph.
And she got a brutal beating because he wanted all the information on my son, and she didn't reveal anything to him.
The enraged father's solution? Within days, he moves his family out of town.
I went from talking to her hours a day, every day, to just nothing. She was just gone.
It all goes downhill from there. Yaser Said is furious after learning that both of his teenage daughters have American boyfriends. Then, when Amina refuses an arranged marriage to a much older man in her father's native Egypt, Yaser goes ballistic.
He had pulled a gun on him that day, and he was going to kill him.
The girls know they have to escape to save their lives. Along with their mother Patricia, they flee to Oklahoma. But Yaser calms down and urges them to come home.
Joseph begged her not to go back. He said, Amina, you know what's going to happen.
They knew if they ever went back, that he would definitely kill them.
Still, Patricia caves, and the three women go back to Texas. Amina doesn't want to see her father, but Patricia convinces her and sister Sarah to go have a meal with him to discuss the situation. The girls go with their father. What happens next is nothing short of horrifying. Police dispatchers get a frantic 911 call from Sarah.
What's going on, ma'am?
I'm dying, that's what's up.
Unbelievably, Sarah is being shot as she's calling.
Oh my God.
As cops try to track her location, dispatchers get another 911 call about bodies in a cab parked at a taxi stand outside this hotel.
But there are two people inside the cab, one in the passenger seat and one in the rear of the vehicle, and she has blood coming from her ear.
Cops arrive at the scene to find Amina lying dead from 2 gunshot wounds and Sarah from 9, but no driver, Yaser Said.
The officers, they began searching the area, any place that they could think of that he might go.
Police raided Said's Louisville home. He was gone, never seen since.
And it would take a dozen years to finally catch up with him.
This is a good day for law enforcement.
Yaser Said had been hiding in plain sight all along with the help of his Egyptian family members.
His flight from justice ended, and justice for Amina and Sarah begins.
His son Islam pleads guilty to harboring a fugitive and is sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. And Yaser's brother receives 12 years for helping Yaser evade capture. As for the accused killer himself, he pleads not guilty and goes to trial 2 years later.
Did you kill your daughters that night?
Definitely not. I did not kill my daughters.
The jury disagreed, deliberating only 3 hours before coming to a decision.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant Yaser Said guilty of the offense of capital murder.
Said didn't get the death penalty, but he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. A devastating end to a tragic Texas-made Romeo and Juliet love story.
When it's the person that means more than anything in the world to you, I mean, how do you deal with that?
With cameras all around us, I wondered how in the world this man could have averted capture for so many years and then plead not guilty. These questions and more can be answered by Detective Eric Curtis of the Irving, Texas Police Department, who joins me now.
Detective Curtis, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Detective, can you explain to us why it took 12 years to get this man?
Well, I think he obviously had some help from family that was helping him to hide.
So when you finally got a chance to question him, what did he say?
He said that there was a car following them, and that when the car was following them, it was the girl's boyfriends, and he was scared and afraid that they were going to harm him. So he said that he pulled over in the area of a bus station that's quasi close to the hotel, and that he just got out and just walked away and just left the girls there.
What a ridiculous story.
Yes.
I know you cover a lot of horrific murder cases, but this one, I understand, really disturbed you.
It did everybody. You know, as we learn more about Amina and Sarah and their life, they were abused their entire life emotionally and physically, and it was a very sad case. And everybody was more than happy to come back and willing to come testify because they wanted to see Yaser punished for what he did to Amina and Sarah.
The verdict was life in prison without parole, but no death penalty?
No, that was the choice of the district attorney's office, not to go for the death penalty.
Are you satisfied with the sentence?
I am. I'm satisfied that he will spend the rest of his life in prison and not see the light of day again.